All right, Detroit Bob, we're back in the region and heading down to Hebron, Indiana. Why? Because there's a place called Goodbyes right down there on Main Street. And Troy and Yvonne and Crystal have always been good about finding stuff. So hey, when they call and say, we got some Led Zeppelin and some Jimi Hendrix, I don't care if they're 33 and a third, 45, 16, or 78. I'm heading down there. So let's check it out. All right, here we are at Goodbyes, and it's in Hebron, Indiana, down here in the region. And I got a call saying they got some Led Zeppelin and some Jimi Hendrix, so that got my attention. We're gonna go inside and see what they have in store, and maybe even pick up some 45s, some LPs. Who knows? They got furniture, they got antiques, but most importantly, they got records. Let's check it out. Always good when you see that sign. So here we are. They got decent hours. I think they're closed on Monday. Messaged Crystal earlier, said I'd be in. So here it is, a bunch of antiques. Hey, what's happening, Yvonne? I heard you guys got some new records in. All right. Well, will I have enough to get an episode out of it? You know, I've got them under.
We got some over there, but
okay.
Do you know about our other location where Crystal is at?
No.
Oh, that's where you're supposed to be at. It's
see,
Garage.
Here's Yvonne, and they're just blowing up here. They got another location, and that's probably where we'll head over then.
Yeah, I'll walk you over there.
Okay.
Kelly, I'll be right back, okay?
So this will be the first time that we filmed at that location.
Yeah, it's so easy to get to. You just walk out these doors,
okay.
Make a right, and then past the light, and Goodbyes Garage is to your right.
Very cool.
It's so easy.
So how's business?
It's going great.
Good.
It's going great.
Is
Troy
bringing it in by the truckload?
Oh
and
my goodness, he never stops.
After you, yeah. Oh, that's cool. All right. How's the community in Hebron? Is it growing, staying the same?
It's growing. They have a brand new subdivision that's being built.
Okay.
And then I believe there's going to be another subdivision. So we have a lot of new families moving into this area.
I tell you
There's
what.
a restaurant that just opened right here,
Oh, really?
Kitchen. They've
Okay.
got great food.
Yeah, because last time I was here, I went over to this coffee shop and they gave me 10% off because I bought some records at your place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we shop over there.
Right.
You shop at our location. You take your receipt. You go to that coffee shop.
Yeah.
Outlaw Coffee, you get 10% off of your coffee.
Right.
And then same thing goes for Country Kitchen. They've got really good breakfast there and sandwiches too,
okay.
for lunch. Take your receipt there, and you get 10% off there too.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, this must be it coming up, eh?
Yes, this was our first location, and then we expanded and have the other one. So we'll get a new sign that says.
See, there's Crystal right there. Perfect timing. See, I didn't even know this was here. It looks like an old firehouse.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All right, show you around.
All right, cool. What's up, Crystal?
Hi.
I hear you got some records.
Yeah, we do.
All right, I'm following you. All right, this is about the third time we've been down to Goodbyes, but I've never been in this location.
Awesome.
It is awesome. Woo! Oh my God, look at that. All right, so it says hold. That's a good sign. Where'd you guys get these?
These came out of an old house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look at that, Jimi Hendrix. All right, we got Otis Redding. Even better yet. Look at this. So they were just sitting there, or were they in boxes, or?
We had a lot.
Okay.
A whole bunch of them.
Wow, Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf.
All right, got some Eric Clapton. There you go. Got some Led Zeppelin. All right, very cool. Oh my God. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take a look at them and look at the condition and everything.
Come back here.
Yeah, let's see what else you got.
Area. This is my entertainment department.
Oh, very good.
So much more.
So it's coming along.
It is.
All right, okay. So dollar per record unless priced differently, right?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to go through all of these then and see if I can find some gems.
Thank you.
Any of the little ones, 45s. I know you guys are always looking for me.
Right. Don't have any in here.
Okay, all right. But keep your eyes and ears peeled.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Hey, I love these guys. They always look out for records for me, but the dollar per record was short-lived because a lot of them were priced individually. So I knew I was going to have to be a little bit discriminate as to what I picked out. Usually I'll just buy a whole stack of stuff. I'm a 45 RPM lover, but you can't turn down good LPs when you run across them. So I'm going to pull out some gems. I'm going to get a stack going. I think Yvonne is the decision maker on the price, but it's sort of cool that Crystal has set up this little vinyl area, and it's starting to look like a legit record store. So I'm glad about that, and hopefully I had a part in getting that started. How's business?
I think it's getting better.
Okay, good. Seems like the area is growing.
Yeah. I've got a lot of people saying they're coming here and they've never been here before.
I think once the interest rates drop, homes are going to start selling and people are going to start building. But right now, everybody's like, sitting on their money.
I'm in Boone Grove, and there's a lot of farmers that are selling their land right now.
Yeah.
So,
They're getting...
crossing their fingers every day that it's not going to be a subdivision.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, well, I don't want a subdivision. I'm like, okay, it's either that or you just... some people got to live somewhere. You want an apartment complex or you?
It's landlocked out there, so you got to have like 6 acres.
Okay.
6 acres to every plot.
Interesting. Wow. Boone Grove. Did you go to high school out there?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm originally from Arkansas.
Oh wow. Okay, so you headed up north. I was just down in Florida. You couldn't believe how many people are down there from up north, like Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and they're like, I'm out of there, and they just retired. They're just getting out of the weather and the traffic and the beat up, tore up roads, and Florida's the place to be. But in the meantime, you gotta make a living, right?
Colorado's nice. I lived there for 10 years.
What part?
Denver.
Yeah, I've been out there a couple times. It's a nice city. Matter of fact, I filmed a couple episodes up there. There's a really cool record store called Twist and Shout. It's over on I guess it would be the east side of town. But yeah, it's a nice place, man. Sunny
All the time.
all the time. It's like here we get nothing but, rain and overcast. Check out this side. All right, that's interesting. Okay. Moog Groove. That's pretty wild. Where'd you guys get this? Are these all from the same?
Yeah.
From the same house. Okay. Now, do you think she'll wheel and deal on something like that?
She could, maybe. No?
Okay, so I'll put it.
Over, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a stack aside and then I'll go next door and see what she'll do. That looks pretty interesting. All right. It's one of the first ones I plunked down my heart.
So much more that they got sold, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, let me look through these.
Yeah, they got sold right away. Yeah. Well, next time.
But they were, some were getting sold for $20.
Right. No, you got to sell them, man.
That's crazy.
I know. You got to sell them when you can. And vinyl people are freaks, myself included. When you get like all of a sudden, I've been looking for that album for 20 years, and then all of a sudden you look down and you find it. You're just like, yeah, let's do the deal. But my love is the little ones. I see some here on the right, so that's cool.
There you go.
Yeah, they're hiding down there.
Yeah.
Crosscut saw. All right. Goodbyes is one of the first places that actually started working with me and calling me and saying, hey, we got stuff in that you might be interested in. So when you can get a shop, a store, an antique store, a thrift store, a secondhand store that'll work with you like that, it's gold. So here they are. They're actually coming of age, and they are showing some signs of being able to collect decent collections and resell them for a decent price. So I can't begrudge them for that. But man, I saw them when they were just getting started and everything was $1. Needless to say, I'm going to have to choose because my budget's starting to get a little tight on these buys. Not saying that I've bought too many LPs, 45s, or just records in general, but I do like to acquire. So let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to take them up front, preview them with Crystal, who I appreciate giving me the heads up on this collection. And then it looks like the The next stop will be next door with Yvonne. Well, she'll give me the final price. But I am getting some obscure 60s stuff back here, which suggests a collector more than just a casual listener was the source of these records. My suspicion is that as a guy who's firmly in the baby boom era and age group and loves 60s acid rock. Now, I did run across these little novelty 45s, but they were part of a set, and it was an incomplete set, but the red vinyl is always cool. Now, would I buy these? Probably not, unless there was a set of blues 45s and the set was complete. But look at these things. Some of them were just pristine because they're still wrapped in the plastic. So yeah, 45s are cool. They're collectible, and they're color-coded in the early days like you see here. I can't remember what the red was for, but there was a yellow, there was a green, there was a blue, there was a red, and I think even a brown. So here we go, a couple oddball Mercury thrown in there. Well, most of these were from some early RCA Victor set that you see still wrapped in the cellophane, which I'm not probably going to buy those, but just interesting to look at. You see the double bar. You see RCA got shortened, RCA Victor got shortened to RCA later in years, where you got the familiar dog with the Victrola label up top. And back to the LPs. The person who wins this game is the person that gets to the LPs or the collection first. So maybe there's a divorce and the woman says, hey, my ex-husband's albums are in the basement. I'll take them. I'll take $100, or you can have them for free if you just get them out of here. That's the guy that really wins the game. Second, the antique store, if they got them for $100 and they start selling them at $20 a piece, there's probably 500 of these LPs. They're going to do pretty good. Maybe the guy that first walked in the antique store and got the cream of the crop. Electric prunes, look at that. I mean, that's pretty cool. So you're not just getting Three Dog Night in here. You're getting some electric prunes. You're getting some, well, you had some Donovan in there earlier. You get some Led Zeppelin, which can be very common, don't get me wrong. James Gang. You got some of Procol Harum. You got early Alice Cooper. A lot of these are heavily played, and a lot of this is a condition game. So I'll go through them all at the end and let you know or I'll show you what I picked out. But I'm not good enough on LPs to just be able to say, oh yeah, this is a rare printing or a rare copy. I know my genre is pretty good, and I'm liking what I'm seeing in terms of, 60s album-oriented rock or early 70s stuff. So some obscure stuff. This wasn't just a bubblegum rocker. There was some depth and width to this guy's collection. Early ELO there. Some of the earlier pressings can probably be valuable there too. I really feel with LPs, you gotta pull them out and look at the condition. So before I check out, I'll check every one of these. And I'm looking for very good plus or better. If I get a couple near mint, I think the Donovan was still sealed.
Yeah, those are like Waltz and stuff. A little bit out over my skis here, but Crystal says these are all good, especially this stack right here. So we're gonna go next door. We're gonna go ahead and strike a deal with Yvonne. I don't know, man. They might be doing good cop, bad cop on me here. I don't know, but anyways, thanks Crystal for all your help. Keep me posted. We're gonna head out that door and head next door and see what I can do. Walking down the street, I got a handful of LPs. It's not my usual gig, but these were in good shape. And they're from that classic 60s era. So I think we just walked into somebody's collection. The Led Zeppelin 3 didn't have the turning wheel, but I tell you what, that Houses of the Holy looked really clean. So let's go strike a deal. All right, we're back in the Central. There she is. You're not so shy anymore. We're back in the main shop at Goodbyes. We're gonna see how willing to deal and wheel and deal Crystal sent us back over here. And Yvonne is the one I'm supposed to talk to. How's it going?
It's going good.
Are you ready to sell some records?
Yes.
All right, cool. So normally I buy the smaller ones, but these were pretty good. I don't know if you saw that collection that came in over there.
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, pretty good. I think they're definitely keepers. Some of them got a little damage, so I'm gonna see if Yvonne will do a deal. You think she will?
I'm pretty sure she will.
Okay, cool. Like the prices, I gotta be honest, they went up a little bit since it used to be like $1 a piece, but you guys ran into a pretty good collection here.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you're willing to do a deal.
Yes.
Okay.
How's 40% sound for you?
I was at 50% off sticker.
Okay.
Would
All
you
right.
do that?
Yes, I'll do
Okay,
that for
cool.
you. Deal.
All right.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you got some great ones.
Yeah,
here.
it looks like you ran into a collection, which is sort of
Yes.
cool.
This guy had an amazing collection.
Yeah, and
that I never come by. I never really see much of.
right. So it's everybody loves the '60s, and you had a lot of classic psychedelic '60s stuff. So that's what I sort of aimed for, and this will make a good episode too. So I'm always promoting Goodbyes, you and Troy and Crystal, and I forget her name. What's her name?
Kelly.
Kelly. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I got my episodes down to when they're about. I would say they're about half the length they used to be, so about 20 minutes plus. And so that's where we're at. This one was, I think I'm overpriced on that one. I would say stick, even though it's sealed, I looked it up, there's some of them selling for $2 a piece.
Okay.
All right.
I'll give it to you for 2. How's that?
All right.
Okay.
And then keep your guys' eyes peeled because, 45s are my specialty, but I think I've been through all these. So we're in the main store right now, but I really like that other store too. We went through all these. Take some time to go through these next time. Yeah, I think I've been through all these too.
Especially when they got that YouTube in front of them.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Yeah, you got to get off the phone.
Yeah.
And you got to get out there and you got to buy antiques, people.
Yeah.
So you got Troy out in the field working hard.
Yes, of course.
Emptying out attics and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Looking for spiders. Scorpions.
There you go. And how's your natural healthcare products doing?
Good. I got my little booth section over there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send my daughter down here. She's the one that's into all that.
Yeah. I love it. I have essential oils for sampling too.
Okay, cool.
Valor. I use Young Living.
All right.
I know you've heard of essential oils.
Yeah,
You probably like
absolutely.
all that.
Yeah.
So Valor, I'm like, yeah, go over there and get some Valor if you got.
How does it compare to like doTERRA price-wise?
So the same. doTERRA and what happened was doTERRA and Young Living, they were best friends.
Okay.
And they were just Young Living. And it was
Got
Gary Young and his buddy. And then obviously probably financials.
Oh,
they
yeah.
broke up.
Yeah, that happens.
And then they separated. So $74.90 is your total. That's
right.
with your 50%.
Yvonne, what do you got here?
That's a Sony version of a record player.
Yeah.
I love how it's got this cassette right here.
Yeah,
too.
so
It's
this
fun.
is sort of cool. I would date it probably about 1972, 1973. And once again, the early cassettes, you put them in like a toaster. So they would go in there, and then you got your eject button right there. And then here's your AM, FM radio dial. And there you would select AM, FM cassette or phono, which is phonograph, which we know is turntable or record player. You had a little bass volume control. You had some balance left and right. And then Sony really came in and started dominating the market much later. But in the beginning, so they had sort of this wood paneling look. Those may still be real wood speakers, I'm not sure. But
this was all in one, you know, that's what you needed, cassette. Now the little trick was you could play your LPs here and record them on blank cassettes. So that was early pre-Napster pirating that went on all over. And I'm not saying DetroitBob did that, but I had quite a big collection of borrowed albums that I dropped down to cassette. So that was the way we did it. Right there at Goodbyes, currently for 45 bucks. If it works, that's a great pickup for a kid. And all you do is go over all this with lemon oil or whatever your furniture cleaner is. And it plays 45s, it plays 78s. You could probably get a new dust cover online if you looked it up. But I think it looks cool. That 70s look is in style. And for a kid just wanting to get into playing LPs, man, that's a nice pickup right there. All right, let's do a little wrap up here. The Steppenwolf, to start it off with, original pressing with the shiny cover, does not have the Born to Be Wild hype box. And that ended up being a average value about an $11 record. So I got all of these for 75 bucks. So I'm looking to try to double my money in terms of value. That's median value too. Now this is about a $9 or $10 record. Great historical moment. You get Otis Redding and Jimi Hendrix, sort of the old and the new guard at that time in 1967. And this is the concert, if you remember, Jimmy lit his guitar on fire, so that set the world on fire. And then T-Rex, man, I had to check the speed when I was playing this. It sounded like a gnome or a dwarf. I thought I was on 45, but yeah, these guys are well respected. T-Rex, very collectible, $13.27 on a median value on that. High value, 45 bucks. So I'm somewhere in between on that one, but great pickup, as was this one. This got me excited. This is a $25 median value, original first pressing. It's missing the inner sleeve, but that's no big deal. I think my copy could be worth more than 25. The high on this is 125. So if you find one of these in great condition, it's got a cutout hole. But man, what a great pickup. Now, this was sort of an oddity. I knew it in the store. It ends up being a $5 record. But it's really great when you look at all these bands, Randy Newman, Van Morrison, the Kinks, the Electric Prunes, once again, Frank Zappa, the mother of invention, Neil Young. It was just everything that was anything on Reprise and Warner Brothers Records in 1969, and the graphics on the inside are just great. Sort of a dime store cutout, Best of Donovan. It doesn't even have his best on it, but man, was that really cool. And I took the hairdryer to all these, took off those price stickers, and I took the hype sticker off. I almost want to take the shrink wrap off of this because it's unsealed at the top. The record's never coming out of here. It's just a great artwork. It looks really, really cool. 60s all over it. Procol Harum, and yes, this is the one with Whiter Shade of Pale, but side two, one of my favorite cuts, Conquistador. So that last one, Donovan, was only a $4 album, but this is median value $22. And it's been featured in a Whiter Shade of Pale, featured in a lot of movies. High value 75. If you find a mint copy of this, that would be quite a valuable record. Another chance I took on this band called Touch. And they're sort of weird, psychedelic, progressive, $25 album. If you find it in mint condition, it's 175 bucks. But mine's not in mint condition. So, doing pretty good. So far, so good. Now, this one was weird. This next one, A Tab in the Ocean. And it just screamed prog rock. So I had to pick it up. And it's got some animal damage on the upper left. Someone's cat got a hold of it. It's got a cutout on the lower right. The whole bottom seam is unglued. But look at the artwork on that. So that was sort of an oddball $12 record, median value. High value on that would be 34 bucks. Once again, I just can't avoid these like wild, weird 60s, 70s vibes called Moog Groove, an electronic concept orchestra. Total experiment in sound. So synthesizers were coming out big around here, and they were really trying to pump up. Got to throw a picture of the Beatles in there, right? But they're trying to pump up that electronic sound, and it goes for high value, 15 bucks, but it's a $7 record. And you got that one at Osco Drug right there. And in my gem of the week, of course, saved it for last. House of the Holy. I had it on CD. I had it on probably album at one time, probably on cassette. The original cover and the original pressing, and it's even got the, wait for it, the original textured inner sleeve. So with the lyrics on it. So you gotta love it. House of the Holy, Gem of the Week, $25 medium value, $200 high value, and all those added up, I hit that sweet spot. If I paid $75 and I got $150 in record value, I like that, and I did that. So once again, we're gonna be going back down to Hebron, and those guys took good care of me, and I'm gonna visit them again in not too long. So goodbyes in Hebron, and thank you, Crystal and Yvonne and Todd, for calling Detroit Bob and telling me we got some Led Zeppelin, because it panned out. See you next Friday, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, share and like, and we'll be back again before you know it.